Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. The tier list are back. The OG of the tier list is back. This time, what is the most aesthetic muscle slash body part? Not just for my opinion, but also what the ladies think. 3 years ago, I did one on the best muscles for looking as big as possible. This time, we're going to focus just on aesthetics, right? I know you guys are big into the whole classic physique, aesthetic body, Frank Zane, Serge Nubret type of physique these days. When I was growing up, we just wanted mass. It was all about being as big as possible. But a lot of you guys have been requesting this forever. So here it is. The most important muscles for aesthetics. I'm only going to use one criteria this time, right? Which is both men and women have to agree that that muscle is aesthetic. So I'm going to use both the opinion of women in my 20 plus years of doing this shit and the opinion of straight niggas, straight dudes, all right? All right, so let's go. I'm about to nut category. You guys remember that's best of the best. That's S tier, fucking amazing. That's A tier, nice to have, that's right there in the middle. Bad, meaning it really doesn't help with aesthetics at all. And pure garbage, meaning it actually destroys, it actually hurts your aesthetics if it's too overdeveloped, right? All right, so let's start at random, right? So let's start with triceps. Guys, I really didn't want to do this list because it's almost the opposite of the mass tier list, right? The most important ones is for looking big, which is all I cared about back when I was when I was heavy into bodybuilding. But as far as aesthetics goes, guys, I'm gonna put triceps at bad. Keep in mind, this is for aesthetics. This is not what I think, right? This is not what I think about the muscles that a man should have. My list is completely different as far as the muscles that I think every man should actually develop. This is just for having a nice aesthetic physique, not for classic bodybuilding. Just to be aesthetic, just to go to the beach. Just to look, just to have that V taper. Triceps, whether you have big triceps or not, that's not really gonna help with aesthetics. Trust me, most girls actually don't. The funny thing is, most girls don't even know what the tricep is. Unless they obviously work out. You'd be surprised. Most girls are like, "Wait, triceps? Huh? Back arms? What?" So as far as aesthetics go, I'm putting triceps as bad. And keep in mind, I love triceps, right? I love triceps. So stay objective. Abs, yeah, you guys know. As far as aesthetics go, again, fucking amazing, right? And you can tell by my voice, I'm not too excited about that because I think abs are one of the most overrated muscles in bodybuilding. It's so overrated. Trust me, I used to chase abs when I was, in my early days. You guys remember the old videos when I was obsessed with being lean. The reason why I fucking hate abs now is because abs is keeping natties small. I made a whole video about that. Most natties have an FFMI under 21, some even 18 after years of lifting because they're so obsessed with their six pack. If you're natural, abs are gonna keep you small. Most guys with abs, they look good on camera, they look good on a photo, but you see them in real life, and it doesn't look like they lift. Right? It's all an illusion. It's all the pump and the lighting, whatever. The more shredded, the more defined your abs look, and you natural, the smaller you are. That's a fact. Unless you have King Kong elite genetics, right? You'd be surprised at how many naturals are behind, are far from their genetic potential, their maximum genetic potential for muscle size, because they're so obsessed with staying under 10% body fat. But I digress. This video is for aesthetics, so I got to be objective, right? As far as aesthetics go, yeah, you got to have abs, right? You're not going to have a gut and be like, oh, look, this motherfucker's so aesthetic. Next, biceps. Once again, believe it or not, biceps are not that important for aesthetics. I'm going to put that at nice to have. And again, this is the opinion of men and women combined, right? Not just my opinion, just from surveys and personal experience. Most people do not care about biceps as far as having an aesthetic physique goes, right? You can have 20-inch arms, but if the muscles on the I'm about to nut category are underdeveloped, you're not gonna look aesthetic at all. Next, calves. Believe it or not, I'm gonna put calves at. Man, this one is tough. This one is tough. I'm gonna put calves at bad, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put calves at bad. Yeah, if you got chicken legs, obviously, the girls are gonna troll you. They're gonna make fun of you, but no one looks at your calves and goes, "Oh my God, he's so aesthetic." Nah, it doesn't work like that. Next, chest. Yeah, this one is gonna upset a lot of people, but once again, I'm gonna put that a nice to have, right? It's nice to have, a nice big chest, but it's not really gonna add to your aesthetics. Keep in mind, this is aesthetics including with a shirt on and with a shirt off, right? If your shirt is on, trust me, a chest is not gonna add a lot to your aesthetics. If your shirt is off, obviously that they will, but we have to look at the whole. Next, neck. You guys know I'm a big. Ooh, this one's gonna be tough because you guys know I'm very biased when it comes to neck. I think neck is one of the most alpha muscles ever. But for aesthetics, this one is tough, man. This one is tough. To be honest, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm also gonna put this at nice to have, right? I want to put it higher, trust me, guys, but I have to be objective. This is for aesthetics. This is not what Megan wants. This is not what Megan likes. This is not for mass or power. You know, a girl will rarely come over to you and say, "Oh my God, you so aesthetic. Look at your NFL player neck. Look at your Lamar Jackson neck." No, no. Now again, that does not mean you should not train neck. That does not mean you should have a pencil neck. It just means if you grow your neck to max proportions, right, it's not gonna do a lot for your aesthetics. That's another reason why I'm not big into the whole aesthetic movement, because look, a lot of my favorite muscles score so low, you know. And you'd be surprised. You don't believe me? Ask most girls, man. If you have a full, again, obviously, if you have a nice neck, a decent sized neck, they're gonna be like, "Oh, nice." But if you have a football player neck, if you maximize neck hypertrophy, by the way, all the muscles here I'm referring to when they're maximized, most girls don't care. In fact, some of them think you look ugly. They're like, "Oh my God, you look like you have no neck," and I'm always like, "Fuck off." All right, next, forearm. Again, forearm is nice to have. Trust me, guys. You guys overhype forearms when it comes to aesthetics. When it comes to how your entire body flows, yeah, you want them to be developed, but overdeveloping your forearms is not gonna do anything for your aesthetics. Next, hamstrings. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Oh my God, this guy has amazing hamstrings. He's so hot. Not one girl ever fucking said that shit, right? And also, not one nigga ever looked at you and said, "Look at your hamstrings. Please show me your workout program. Is it HSP training?" Never, right? Now keep in mind, I gotta keep saying this over and over again. That does not mean you shouldn't train those muscles. You should train all of your muscles, right? But as far as the statics go, trust me, you don't want to spend a lot of maximizing hamstring hypertrophy. Is not gonna do much. Next, lats. I'm about to nut category, guys. Having wide lats, I'm talking about back width, not thickness, right, is gonna do wonders for your stairs. Well, number one, you're not gonna have a V taper without a wide back, right? It's impossible to have a V taper without a wide back unless you have a wide ass clavicle, right? Unless you have very broad shoulders, it's gonna be very hard to have that nice V taper without a wide back, right? So that's the first muscle I'm about to nut category when it comes to aesthetics. Quads. I'm gonna put quads. Oh, man, I'm gonna put quads at aesthetic physique. Aesthetic physique. You're trying to have that Frank Zane look. I'm gonna put quads are bad, man. I'm sorry. If you look at some of the most aesthetic bodybuilders from back in the days, they had chicken legs. Arnold had chicken legs until later in his career. Frank Zane had chicken legs. Serge Nubret didn't really have chicken legs, but if you zoom out far enough, it looked like he had chicken legs. And yet these motherfuckers were still aesthetic. So it's not something that if you overdevelop your quads, it might even hurt your V taper. Because remember, the V taper is all about having, again, that upside down V. So it involves chicken legs somewhat. You still want your legs to be trained, but now if you want an X taper, that's a whole different story, right? But this video is not about having an X taper; it's about having a V taper. Next, back thickness. So thick back. So that's your rhomboids, that's your mid traps, your lower traps, your spinal erectors. That's not gonna do jack shit for your statics, guys. Most girls don't even know the muscles in your back, right? It looks nice, right? So in a different category, I'm gonna rank it higher. But as far as the statics go, I think a lot of you guys don't even know what Frank Zane's back looked like. He was known as the king of aesthetics. Yet a lot of people don't even know what his back looked like. Nobody gave a fuck, right? Nobody cared. So I'm not gonna put that bad. So I'm gonna put that nice to have. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm gonna put that nice to have. To be honest, I should have put triceps at nice to have as well, but nah, we'll just stick with my initial choice. Next, this one is so painful. This one is so painful, guys, because the OG subs know why this is gonna hurt me so much. Upper traps. As far as aesthetics go, man, I'm so sad. I'm gonna put it at bad, man. I'm gonna put it at bad. Yeah, guys. Again, this is why I hate this tier list. Because Like I said time and time again, the aesthetic physique is literally the opposite of the physique that I grew up admiring. The brawly physique, the napa, the big mass monsters. You know, the reason why I got into bodybuilding, it was for the big necks, big traps, overpowering chest type of physique. But that's not the Frank Zane physique, guys. That's not the aesthetic physique. And believe it or not, most girls, whenever I remember back when I was deep into bodybuilding, and I would just ask most girls, and trust me, they hated all the muscles that I wanted. They didn't care about traps, they didn't care about neck, they didn't care about triceps. They cared about this shit right here, which I didn't give a fuck about. But yeah, yeah, upper traps. If you overdevelop your upper traps, it's not really gonna do much for your V taper. If anything, it's gonna make you look more narrow, right? Whereas the V taper, the aesthetic physique is to have, again, that illusion of width. So yeah, this is very painful, but I'm gonna have to put that at bat. And I mean, just look at Frank Zane, man. This motherfucker had like no traps, man. It looked like somebody just took a hammer, just kept beating down his traps, flattening them bitches out. And last but least, I'm joking, guys. Shoulders go into the very top of I'm about to nut. Man, get the very top of I'm about to nut category. I repeat, and this is case closed. Both women agree and niggas agree. If you want to have the most aesthetic physique, non-negotiable, you gotta have nice shoulders. You gotta have shoulders. Shoulders are everything. And no, I'm not saying that because I'm biased with shoulders, because I also am. You guys know I'm biased with neck, traps, and shoulders. But this is me being as objective as possible across all cultures, from Asia to Africa to North America to South America. You look at hunters and gatherers, fucking Hazda tribe, whatever. You ask men and women what they think the most impressive, the best looking muscle groups are. 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna put shoulders at number one. And I could make a whole separate video explaining why we so obsessed with shoulders, but shoulders are everything, especially your side delts and your real delts. Right? You gotta train those. You gotta train those deltoids, guys. If you want to have that aesthetic physique, you gotta have big, nice, wide shoulders. Especially if you have a narrow frame. If you have narrow clavicles, then you gotta train shoulders even more. But that's it, guys. That's the tier list. I'm about to know category starting with shoulders, especially side delts and real delts. Your lats, right? You got to get that width. Your abs, unfortunately. Then you got the nicer halves, right? Which is biceps, chest, neck, forearms, back thickness. You got the bad, so if you have overdeveloped triceps, calves, quads, and traps, it's gonna hurt the aesthetics a little bit, right? Because believe it or not, the smaller your arms, the bigger your lats appear to be from the front. And obviously you got hamstrings, which is like, what the fuck is it doing here? All right, that's it, guys. Again, the tier lists are back. Let me know what you want me to go over next time. Join the Discord, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Don't shit on my list. Thumb up, buy the book, support the channel, all that good shit. I'm out of here. Alright, guys, don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus of a Low training program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. Alright, guys, I'm out of here.